Hello, and welcome to the Meditation Movement podcast with the British School of Meditation.
In this podcast, we will share all things meditation, including showcasing the wonderful work that our Register of Meditation teachers are doing all over the country and further afield in helping so many people benefit from this amazing practice.
Meditation and community are our two biggest passions, and we can't wait to share them both with you in this space.
So sit back, relax, maybe even close your eyes, and don't forget to breathe. We hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, and welcome to this very special episode of the Meditation Movement podcast. We have our annual Christmas special for you this month, where the three co-owners, myself and Sarah and Catherine, have got together to share a little bit of kind of reflection over the years and have a bit of a discussion between ourselves. So, hi, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine. Hi, Sarah.
Hi there, good to see you guys.
So it's really lovely for us to get together and share what we've been up to over the past year, and we're going to just have a little bit of a chat between ourselves as well. So let's start with a bit of a reflection, if that's okay for you two.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, brilliant.
Wonderful. So we took over the school over 18 months ago, and over that time we have been working on some new developments, working on building the course and developing the way that we teach, and really kind of pulling together our procedures and teaching skills, etc. So one of those things that we have been working on developing is our register, so our British School of Meditation register. So Sarah, I know you take charge of that within our roles. Do you want to give us a little bit of an update about what's been going on?
Yeah, certainly. For those of you that don't know what our register is, it's for people who have trained with us and then graduated with us. And if they want to feel part of a really growing community, then they can join our register. And there's huge benefits to being on the register. So this was an area we were really keen to develop. We really felt strongly that we wanted to make sure that once you had qualified, you did feel that there are people there for you. And so we've put together a community app. And on the community app, we've got loads of resources. We've got free video courses. We run a free session every month called Tea and Chat, and we cover different subjects, or every quarter we have a Q&A session. We also are developing our CPD program alongside as well. And we're so proud of that because we've really upped that. We've really upped the standard courses that we teach each year. So some of the areas that we've been doing in the last few months is we've got a menopause CPD, a neurodiversity CPD, and earlier this year we were covering grief. We were also covering workplace as well, amongst many other things. One other thing we keep also looking at is chanting, which is really great fun. Also, what's been going on in the register was we were finding that there were people who wanted to be able to work with children or vulnerable adults, but were unable to get the right DBS check. So we have a partnership with an organisation where we can actually source that with you. And another thing that is just about to come out soon is a block scheme for insurance as well. So it means that if you're on our register, you can get your insurance a lot cheaper. So those are just some of the things that we've been working on.
Wonderful. It's all really exciting, isn't it? Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. So another area that we've been working on over the past 18 months is really the course itself. So as trainers, we have been taking time to observe each other in the delivery of the course and check that, everything that we're delivering is kind of on the same level, but how we can develop and build on that. So we have been developing different areas such as, how we can give more relevant and up-to-date information on the science of meditation and how we can kind of train and encourage our students to deliver that in a way that is going to be helpful for their students when they come to teach. We've also been looking at the actual meditations within the course as well and really kind of honing in on what are the principles, what are the foundations that for us are important for our students who go on to teach meditation to bring to their beginners so that we can really ensure that we're offering the best advice, the best support for people who train with us to be able to deliver meditation in that safe and accessible way. And we've really been kind of pulling together the business skills as well, just so we really have those firm foundations so that when you train with us, you have all of that knowledge, you've got it all there for you, and you've got that kind of great starting point to move forward with your business as well. So that's been a really exciting part of our development and change as well over the past year. So something else as well that we've been working on has been looking at different processes and procedures in relation to our external accreditation with Ascentis. So Catherine, do you want to give us a little bit of an update on that?
Sure, sure. So this is a really important part of the whole course for us, this external accreditation with Ascentis. So really, over the past year, firstly, I've trained as an IQA, and so we've really been getting to grips. Well, I have been really getting to grips with how it all works, and also the policies, the procedures, and really working with Ascentis to ensure that our course is really rigorous and that all our processes are robust. And this all sort of seems to go on behind the scenes, but it is a very important part of the course because it ensures that our course really stands out in the marketplace, and it's important that we offer this area really and this work to our students so that they know that it's a really rigorous and excellent course. So yeah, that's really what I've been doing. And I have to say, working with the centres has been really great. We've just actually had our annual quality review, which we flew through with no recommendations, and they've given us great support. So that's really what I've been up to.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. So as we've taken time to reflect on, what we've been up to, where we've been over the past year, we thought it only right as well to maybe take some time to reflect on what's to come. So what our intentions are for the coming year as well. And obviously that will be a developing thing as it progresses. So I know one of the things that we are looking to develop and work on next year is, again, more great CPD days and offerings for our graduates and register members. So, Sarah, can you give us a bit more information about that, please?
Yeah, we're continuing on this trajectory of really upping what we do when it comes to supporting you once you've qualified. We're really excited that in the March next year, we'll be delivering meditation and trauma sensitive mindfulness meditation program, which means that going forward that if you want to, you can consider how you would support people should there be a trauma response, which we're really excited about. We're going to continue to develop our free video programs as well. We've got another one coming out in the spring, and also our free events. They're great fun, and we get really good feedback about them. And one of the important things, though, that we're bringing in the spring summer is a community day. And this is for our register members to come along and join with us. We're going to do back-to-back sessions throughout the day. And we're going to be supporting a charity as well. So further details will come out about that. And you can either contribute to single sessions or you can pay a contribution for the entire day. But we feel that we really want to support other areas. with how we do things, but also in a way that supports charities that are out there that very much need extra funding. So those are just some of the areas. There'll be more, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And it will be an event for charity, won't it? That community day. So yeah, that's a really
Yeah.
exciting thing to look forward to. Brilliant. And another area that you might see progressing over the coming year is the ambassador program. So this is something that we're starting to advertise this month and starting to showcase our two new ambassadors. We've got an education ambassador who will be bringing our externally accredited meditation teacher training course into education. So for those people that work in education and wish to bring meditation into their school or other educational setting, Mandy, who is going to be our British School of Meditation ambassador in that sector, will be able to train people specifically around meditation in that area. And then we also have another ambassador, which is bringing meditation into business. So Razy, who will be working in that role, we'll be training people to bring meditation into the corporate world. So if people work in a business and they want to bring meditation into their role within the business, then we'll be delivering courses that are specifically tailored to those environments. So we'll continue to deliver our general meditation teacher training course for people who wish to bring meditation into their community or even in those sectors or different sectors, because we have people train with us who, bring meditation into a variety of different areas. But specifically, education and business have been two of the main key areas that we found our graduates go on to teach in. So we wanted to develop a course that was specific for them. So that's something that we're really excited to be rolling out next year as well. So watch this space, and you will hopefully see more on our website and on our social media, giving information about that as well in the weeks to come. So it feels like a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's not often that you actually sit down and reflect on what we've been doing or what we've been working on. So yeah, I think we all deserve this Christmas break coming up, don't we?
I think we're just in it, and I think I feel really proud of what we have achieved in the last 18 months. That reflection is like, wow, and I think our passion for our students is so clear as well. How we want to develop them right from the moment that they come to us. That's what it's all about, and then ongoing. So lots of this is fine tuning. It's the fine tuning of taking them to a particular sector, and it's fine tuning once they've qualified as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you say, it's all really with that intention and passion for wanting people to be able to be the best teachers that they can be and develop themselves, isn't it? That's what
Yeah,
we
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely. They're in their corner of the world doing some good,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's a great thing.
And isn't it wonderful when we have those, like the tea and chats and those sorts of things where we meet, graduates, our graduates, and, hear some of their stories and what they're up to. And it's just such a wonderful feeling of community. And I think that's what I love about our developments is that there's this incredible sense of a meditation community. And
Yeah,
I love
Absolutely.
that. I
Yeah,
really
because
love that.
it can feel like a lonely life when
Yeah.
you set up in business. So I think that is one of the best things, and the one thing that we get feedback about a lot. Even
Mm.
if people don't always attend, they like to know it's there,
Yeah.
it's available to them.
Yeah.
So, which
yeah,
I think is really heartening.
Mm. Mm.
absolutely. I'm welling up. It doesn't take much at the moment to make me cry, but yeah, I got all emotional there. As you
I
have,
also find that, when some of these connections with students, suddenly you'll have an unexpected connection with, somebody who's trained with you or somebody who's part of the register group, and the sort of spider web, or the tendrils sort of go out and link more and more and more people, and then it starts coming back, and then there's more links to other people, and it's just a wonderful feeling, really, that there are all these connections. And
Mm.
I think that's what's really what a lot of people are looking for these days, is this sense of community and connection, and I love that.
Absolutely. And even in the training, we're having people who have attended courses with people that we've trained previously.
Yes, yes.
And then they're finding that their enthusiasm is superb, in the courses that they're attending. And they're kind of like, well, I want to do this too. And, do you recommend? And we're getting that recommendations through, which
Mm.
again is just, it's humbling. It
Yeah,
really is.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It really is. And yeah, I think for those people that are listening to this, you can't obviously see our faces, but we do have three beaming faces as we're talking about this, aren't we? Because it is, it's what a privilege it is for us to be, at the center of that, or not necessarily the center, but just a part of that.
Mm,
The
mm.
connections that
Yeah,
people are making.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I want to high five you all through the screen. High five or a big hug.
Big hug.
I think as well, it is like when you see the amazing, like, things that our graduates are going on to do, I do feel proud. And I know you
Mm,
guys too as well, don't you? You just feel like, yeah, they're doing it. They are
yeah,
making that difference. They're going out
yeah,
and doing what they wanted to do, because you can see that passion from people on the course
yes.
and how that grows when they're training to become a meditation teacher. So
Mm.
to see it kind of then play out in their teaching and their business is just fantastic.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Mm,
It's inspiring, and
it
that's
is.
that's the fuel that keeps firing us up to do what we do.
Mm, yeah.
Absolutely. Fabulous. So, shall we go on to the next part of the episode, which is our annual advent calendar? So, some of you might remember this from last year, where we decided to have a little format where we would kind of have our advent calendar. We've got our new advent calendar for 2024 here with us, and we're going to be choosing some numbers from that advent calendar each and opening the door and looking at the mystery questions behind the door. And we're each going to be asking another person a question just to find out a little bit more about our own personal reflections over the past year, a little bit more about our kind of relationship with meditation, any kind of questions around that area. So, are you guys ready to give it a
Yeah.
start?
Yeah,
Ready? Got
let's
mine
do
here.
it.
Yeah.
Fabulous. So, Sarah, do you want to go first? I'll ask you a question.
Yeah, so I'd like to open up lucky number 8, please.
Fabulous. Dun, 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 number 8. So, the question is, what are you looking forward to the most this Christmas period?
Honest answer, sleep. Yeah, yeah. It's sleep, rest is really important. I love what we've been doing, but it has been really full on, really, really busy, but all in good ways. But I'm also really looking forward to just hanging out with my family, and I haven't really got much planned, on purpose, so that it's just myself, my husband, two boys, dog, the boys' girlfriends, But I'm looking forward to just connecting up and watching lots of Christmas films. Yeah. That's
Sounds
great.
perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Catherine T. It's your turn now. Which one would you like to open?
Okay, I'll have number 18, please.
Okay, let me open that one for you. Ooh, oh, this is a nice one. How do you bring meditation into your daily life?
Oh, golly, right. Okay. So, well, I generally practice a period of meditation twice a day with using mantra meditation. I quite often chant a little bit as well in the morning, do some humming, do some Sanskrit vowel chanting. I don't do that every day. Maybe I should, but I don't. But I do like doing that. And then I quite often sound a prayer or two in Sanskrit. So that's my sort of standard. I think then also bringing it into daily life as well, just during the day, um, taking those moments when I remember, which actually is quite often, to just fall still, connect with my breathing or whatever's in front of me, um, and just stop for a moment, pause, and reconnect. I've also taken this year, I would say, to really connecting into my body. Actually, I think you can get quite into your mind um, when you're working, can't you? You're
Yeah.
sort of everything's very busy, and you can get really sort of caught up with things that are going on, whether they're going well or not well, or whether you've got to learn some other process for loading something onto a some document, which just fills me with terror. Um, so it's just in really taking that moment just to be still and connecting to my body and to whatever I'm feeling at that time. And I think for quite a long time in my life, I probably haven't really connected with feelings very much,
Mm.
um, or just allowed them to be.
Mm.
So I think in a way that's not meditation, but in a way it comes out of that moment of mindfulness in a way.
Yeah. Mm.
Um, I have to say, I have also the last 21 days, I did the David Hamilton 21 Days Kindfulness. I don't know if either of you did that. And I loved it. Every morning when I woke up, I'd look forward to opening up the email and listening to his little snippet of wisdom and then just enjoying his kindfulness meditation for the day. I really, really enjoyed that. So I think that's something else which I've taken on over the last 21 days, definitely, is just this kindfulness, which
Mm.
I think is brilliant. I love it.
Yeah. He is
Yeah.
a superstar. He's such a
He's
generous spirit, isn't he?
so amazing. And I gather that he's leaving it all on YouTube. So you can go back to it. I'm like, great, I'm going to go back and do them all again. I'll have another 21 days. Um, Yeah, I thought that was amazing. So I think those are probably how I bring meditation into my daily life.
Sounds lovely. I love how you refer to it as falling still. I think that's really nice.
Yeah. All right. So shall I ask? I'll ask.
I think it's
Well,
Catherine
Catherine,
B.
you have to
Yeah.
choose which number you'd like, Catherine.
Thank you.
Which
I will go for my lucky number 7, please.
number 7? Okay. So, Catherine, here we go. How have you found? How do you no? How have you found meditation has benefited your life this year?
Wow, okay.
Good
Well,
juicy one.
yeah. I would say, oh gosh, in many different ways. I was actually thinking about this. I went for a walk this morning, um, and I was thinking about this, which is very strange. So, um, I would definitely say so. This year's been a bit of a different year for me as well. After finding out that I was pregnant in May, and the kind of pregnancy journey that I've been on, I would definitely say meditation has been a really kind of grounding force and anchor for me, especially through the kind of emotional ups and downs or the hormonal changes that pregnancy has brought over the past few months, hence the welling up earlier. Um, I would say, I think what the main thing that I've actually found this year, which has probably been a byproduct of my kind of continued meditation practice up to this point, is that I've actually realized, I think, finally, the power and the importance of just letting myself be,
Mm.
which has been something that I've known kind of, theoretically, that, just allowing yourself to be and not having to strive for the next thing or, do constantly, I've known that theoretically that, that is beneficial for us. But I think the way that my mind is and the way that I've always been throughout my life is that I've always wanted to kind of, progress, do better, work on myself. How can I work on myself? How can I learn lessons? What can I learn from something? And I think particularly during this past few months, pregnancy has kind of forced me to stop and really just be. And I think because of my meditation practice, I've really found appreciation in that. And I haven't been, feeling guilty for not, I mean, not doing, I have been doing a lot, as we've been saying, we've been really busy with the business and, work's been busy. But I think in those moments where I have been able to rest, I have just rested and I haven't needed to kind of progress, or I haven't felt like I've needed to learn about myself or develop myself in any way. It's just been just finding peace in just being and allowing myself to be. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does. It sounds to me like, well, just that there's this kind of theoretical, yes, we must, yes, be, not do, and there's so many things you can read about that on there. But it sounds to me like a sort of almost a more somatic sense of being,
Yeah, absolutely.
actually really felt a felt sense of being. Does that make sense? That's
Yeah,
what it sounds
yeah,
like to me. It sounds lovely.
absolutely. Yeah. And I think it has just been that, you know, the appreciation for that. And also just having that kind of time to, when I've been able to sit to meditate. Because I think, initially when I first found out I was pregnant and I was in that first trimester, it was really difficult for me to meditate, really, really
Mm,
difficult
mm.
because I was very, very sickly, and even closing my eyes made me feel nauseous.
Golly.
So it was kind of finding that, like adapting my practice to how I
Mhm.
was feeling on the day. So there have been a lot of adaptations over the past few months. My meditation practice has definitely changed. I've been doing a lot more kind of relaxation, body-based practices. But also, I think one of the main ways that it's benefited me throughout this pregnancy journey is having less worry. I think
Mm,
like
mm.
less worry about what's to come, or when I have felt worried, I've been able to recognize, or felt anxious, I've been able to recognize that that's an emotion. And of course, I know what it's linked to, but I've not found myself kind of getting attached or getting too caught up in that anxiety and that worry. So I think, yeah, this year's really been a kind of a learning of what you know, my previous meditation experience has actually given me, and
Yeah,
it's kind of
sounds so
been most of
beautiful. Sounds really beautiful, really intuitive,
Hmm.
really beautiful. Lucky baby.
Our first British School of Meditation baby. Yay!
Yay!
Not that I'm having any more.
Me neither.
Catherine, you might be doing all of that on your own.
We'll see after this one if there's going to be another.
For me, it might be grandchildren.
Okay,
Thank you,
fab. So
Catherine.
I'll move on to you again, Sarah, if that's all right. Do you want to pick a number?
I'd love to pick 24, Christmas Eve. Yeah.
Hey, okay, let's have a look what's behind this. Oh, yeah, nice. A bit of a different one here. So, what is the best part of the British School of Meditation community for you?
So hard to pick because I love it all. I love um, I love the connection that we have with the members, and that there is the app website where straight away if they've got a question, they can put it in the chat feature. And what I've loved is we don't always jump in to answer. Sometimes we like to give that space to other members where they can answer the questions, and then what we've seen is a real support of one another. And that's been something really, really beautiful. Obviously, the tea and chats that we mentioned earlier, the Q&A sessions, the directions they've gone in have just been superb, and it's given us ideas for
Mm.
other tea and chats, for subjects that we can cover or things that we can put on the app. What came out of that was something on stealth meditation. Somebody asked a question, oh, I'm in, when I work in corporate, anyone got any ideas of short meditations? And there's this great conversation, and then from that we then put a resource, for students. And I love as well what we've done with the CPD program. We have a very distinct spring, summer, autumn, winter program, and I really, really love that there's going to be ones that we'll bring back every year because they are a staple part for graduates. And then there's ones that we kind of bring in every now and then, or we just see how it lies, and so it's kind of like a grounded, rooted presence of CPD, but with flexibility in as well. I also love the elements of, like, where we're continuously going, well, how else can we support you with your business? How else can we do it? And so with the enhanced DBS and with the insurance, those to me are really, really good, in the fact that we're saying it's not just in how you teach, but it's your business as well, that we want to provide that ongoing support. Honestly, I could sit here all day just talking about the register. And I'm sure, nobody really wants to sit there all day talking about the register. But I love the fact that people are really, the ones that are on it are really recognising what's there for them as well. And whether some people stay quiet, some people just love to know it exists, and some people really take part. And I love that. I love that it's there if you want it. If you don't, you just still know it's there. So yeah. But yes, I could keep going on all day about that. Stop me now.
Okay. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it is like the sense of community, I think it's people being able to know that that is there if they need it as well, isn't it? Like you say, some people don't choose not to be too involved, and some people really are, but everybody's different, aren't they? I know sometimes if I join an app or a community, I don't really often I'm not really necessarily that active, but it's just nice to know that that community and that support is there as and when you need it. And
Exactly. But it's not only that, it's we promote you,
mm,
as well through the register. Every month, this is what you're doing, Catherine, is every month you'll select somebody to come on a podcast, or you'll do member appreciation posts, so that we're getting the members out there through our social media, through our website. We've already got the postcode search that the register members are on, but we're developing that even more. We're saying, well, we want you to shine, and we want to help you shine.
Mm.
So I think we're covering a lot of angles here, aren't we? Develop you, but let's also promote you.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Sorry, you told me to tell you to stop there, and I just carried on the conversation. Yeah. But it
Yeah,
is so exciting, isn't it? And it's a huge, a huge part of our role as co-owners, the
yeah,
register. So
absolutely. And it will continue to grow, I'm sure,
Yeah.
to continue to develop. So I'll stop talking because I'm now going to ask Catherine T a question. So Catherine T, which is the door you'd like us to
Oh,
open?
oh, could you open 22?
I will. Right, okay. Right, okay. What has been a highlight of 2024 for you?
Right. Golly. Might have to pick more than one,
You
but I'll be
can.
quick. Well, I moved out of London at the beginning of 2024, which was quite a big move for me. So I moved to Suffolk, and so that was a highlight. And I would say the added highlight of that move was my neighbours actually in Suffolk where I live. And there's this wonderful, again, community here. So, they've really welcomed me, and we have coffee mornings, and we went wreath making at the local church last week. And I think we've got a fish and chip supper this weekend. So I think, yeah, that's been a highlight for me. moving into the countryside um, with these lovely new neighbours. But also another sort of highlight, also linked to that, really, is so I live about 10, 15 minutes drive from the sea. And so this summer I decided that I would try swimming in the sea. I'm not a strong swimmer, but I just felt that I just love being by the sea. And I thought, right, well, let's get in it. And we did have not very many, but we did have a few nice weeks of sun in the summer once it had stopped raining. And so I went swimming once, sometimes twice a day. And I loved it. I really felt. I mean, I don't go in. I don't. When I say sea swimming, it's probably more sea dipping. I go in and I splash around and I do a few sort of little lengths, but um, but it's just being in the sea, and it was almost that kind of sense of challenge.
Mm.
Can you do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Mm.
Um, and and it really gave me such a boost, really. So I think it was the cold water, the exhilaration of being in the sea and just, being at one with the sea, but also that sense of challenge, and you did it.
Mm.
So I think that was a a big. I would say that was probably the big highlight for me in the summer
That
was,
is a big highlight. That is
yeah,
wonderful. I think it's
yeah,
the move as well. I just think is great. You know, it just
yeah.
sounds like it's just been good for the soul, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I've sort of been in London. Well, I lived in South Africa in Cape Town for a number of years. My daughter was born there, and I loved it when I was there. But and I love being in London. But it was almost like a sort of break from that. I
Mm.
think I stopped, teaching in a school, and it was like, right, I don't want to be surrounded by houses anymore. I want sort of countryside and a different experience. So people have said, "Oh, it was very brave of you to move here, where you don't really know anybody." But my daughter lives about 10 minutes down the road. But it's been great. It's been really, really good, and the sea swimming is the sort of cherry on the top.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely wonderful.
Thank you. All right. So, Sarah, um, no, it's Catherine, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
Catherine. Catherine, choose a number and I'll open the door.
I will go with 19, please.
Okay, right. Let's open 19. Okay, Catherine, what do you wish for our register members this Christmas period or this year coming up?
Okay. I would say over the Christmas period, I would definitely wish for rest, that
Mhm,
they
mhm,
can manage to get that rest because as we know, running a business can be hard. I know a lot of our register members do, they teach meditation alongside other work and other, responsibilities as well, whether it is, your sole business or you have other work. And I know how much all of them um,
mhm,
give to others and prioritize that within their teachings and their business. So I would definitely say my wish is for them to be able to take that time for themselves to rest and give back to themselves over the period. Um, sense of calm and presence. And obviously, sometimes that's difficult because the Christmas period can be quite busy and overwhelming. But I would also say to kind of, to know that they have the skills there when that does come up, when it does arise, the overwhelm, the maybe the stress of the Christmas period of having to juggle many different things, to know that they do have those skills within meditation and to be able to lean on that. And I would say for anybody listening to this podcast, my wish over the Christmas period is just to be able to have that sense of enjoyment and sense of gratitude as well, whether that's with family or friends and finding joy in the small moments.
mhm,
It doesn't have to be about the big lavish gifts or the big feast and all of that stuff that we might see on TV. I think it's really just about finding the joy in the small moments with those people that mean the most to us.
Mm.
And yeah, I would then wish that going forward as well, because it's not just about Christmas, is it? All of those things
Oh,
we can take forward with us into the new year as well. So yeah, I would
I love that. Finding joy in the small moments. It's beautiful. Thank you.
thank you. So I think we've
Mm.
brought ourselves to the end of the Advent calendar there. That was lovely to just take time to again have some space to reflect, wasn't it? And
It
yeah,
was wonderful. Yeah,
Yeah.
having time to reflect, but and also I just like to say, having time for the three of us. I think we said this after last year, having time for the three of us just to sit down and chat to each other about things which we may not in the general course of running the business. And it's so, I love working with you two. I think you're amazing.
It's been a joy, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Absolute joy. Yeah, yeah. We're very lucky.
yeah,
Very lucky.
we
Yeah.
are. We are absolutely. And yeah, everything that I've said, for wishes for our registered members there, I wish for you too as well.
Oh, we wish it back.
yeah, we do.
Okay, fabulous. So, Merry Christmas, everybody, and to you, and we will see you in the new year.
Merry
Yeah, Merry Christmas,
Christmas. Happy New
everyone.
Year.